Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to episode 14 of season 3. We're heading to Belgium for the Spa Grand Prix. First race back from the mid-season break, and I'm really hoping we can do well here. We've got a good car. We've got a very good car, and it should be perfectly suited to this track. So, fingers crossed, we can get a third successive 1-2 finish. That would be fantastic. Considering where we were, just half a dozen races ago, we were kind of in the wilderness. We were struggling just to get points. Our drivers were really inconsistent. Things have really turned around for us in the last few races. So keeping my fingers crossed for a solid performance today. How you doing, Mr. Water? Good to see you. We've already done all the cheeky stuff. Make sure we've got all the parts and upgrades and everything on the car. We did that last night before we finished. So let's go straight to setting our performance targets for tonight. Qualifying position, we should get both cars into the top three. Q3, no problem at all. Both cars into Q2 should be even easier. 2 cars in the top 8 should be able to achieve that. I'm hoping we can get onto the front row or the second row. I think Red Bull might be a little bit too fast for us here, but we'll see. Finish position, 2 in the top 8. Got a good chance. Fastest lap, we will have a go at that. And then we've got finish position streak and quali streak. Yep, all good there. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for asking. Alright, we are ready to go straight to practice.
Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome to Spa-Francorchamps. This circuit was built in 1921, and even though its length was halved in 1979, the Belgian Grand Prix is still one of the longest, fastest, and most magical races on the F1 calendar. Spa-Francorchamps is famous for its long straights and fast corners. Drag efficiency will make all the difference here as drivers zoom through the famous sequence of Eau Rouge leading up into Radion. But a twisty middle sector keeps things tricky down on the track. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder what else is in store for the teams. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get this underway.
Okay, weather's going to be good. No threat of rain. That's excellent news for us. We've done all of our sponsorship stuff. We are putting brand new engines in the car for tonight's race. Trying to get some really good grunt out of these cars. We are going to still go to practice parts for practice though. Because I might still yet need these engines later in the season. ERS units, again, we'll swap those over. One's already damaged, the other one's about to be damaged. Gearboxes, swap to that one. And that one. There we go. Run plan for Spa is 15 laps, so we don't need to change the fuel loads. Change the pace. There we go. Let's take a look at the sliders, and we're going to put hard tyres on. There we go. Sliders, sliders, sliders. Alright, let's try. 9 might be pushing it. Let's go to a 9.5. We'll go with a 4.5, 9.5, a 4.6. Actually, let's go 3.5 and 3.7. 3.45 and a 0.85. There we go. Right, that's that car done. Let's have a look at the other car. So for this one, Again, a 9 might be pushing it a bit. We'll go with a 9.5. We'll go with the same setup, I think. 3.5, 9.5, 3.7. Oh, that's pushing it. Okay, let's go to a 4.6. And let's change that to a 2.5, 9.5, 4.6. A 3.5 and a 0.7. 0.75. There we go. Right, two different setups. Let's see if either of them works.
Ready, check. Radio check.
It's green now.
And there we go. So I played a monster game of Star Wars Outer Rim before the stream tonight. Lasted many hours, but it was fun. We played a 4-player game, me and against Rico, against 2 AI computer controlled. Well, I say computer controlled. 2 AI automata deck characters, and we were both beaten in the end. One of the AI characters actually managed to sneak to victory, but it was a very, very close game again, as always. A lot of fun. I do really enjoy playing that. Yeah, we're going to be cracking out Atlantis Rising next week, next Wednesday. Giving that one a go for the first time.
Who's running wide there?
Russell running wide. I'm looking at the top 6. Very close together.
What's your thoughts on coming in or
Tenth of a second. Minimal margins there. Just a thousandth of a second between Sainz and Russell so far. 94%. That's a good start for Freddie. What about Felipe? 72. Ooh.
How does it feel?
Ooh. Not good at all. That's going to need a fair bit of work. So, both the boys heading back into the garage. Looks like Hamilton behind us.
Copy.
Evening, Marcus. Right, what needs to be tweaked? Front wing, maybe. We make that tweak there. That might be enough. Let's give that a try. A lot more work needed on Felipe's car. The setup is way off at the moment. Everything's wrong. Okay, I don't think it's going to be a 9. I'm going to go to a 10. I do have one 10 set up. It's a 3, 10, 5, 5 on the roll bar. A 3.15 on the camber. And a 0.10 on the toe. Okay, checking the gaps. Everything looks spaced out about right, so that might be it. Let's give it a go. think this might have been from last season with our Aston, actually. It's the most recent one written down in the book. Right, send out Freddie, and then send out Felipe. See if these revised changes move the setups in the right direction. We haven't got far to go with Freddie. We've got a long way to go with Felipe, though. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Happened there. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. What a spin out!
At least he did it at the beginning of his stint and not the end or halfway through, so it's not going to hurt his track acclimatization too much. It's not hurt the tyres either, which is good. And there goes Freddie's ERS module below 40%. We knew that was coming, so I'm not worried about that at all.
Car in the wall.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's
Sonoda
look at
goes
this.
wide.
The focus on Sonoda. Going
Ooh,
wide like
just
that.
kept it out the barrier there. Someone else did go into the barrier. Was that turn 18?
There's been a crash.
It was.
Here's the replay.
Joe.
Now we see the Williams here.
Big
Clearly
lock up.
Something went very, very wrong there.
So we've got a new chassis and a new front wing on the car this
Someone
weekend.
spun out.
Car part knowledge is a little low right now as a result of that. That will go up over the next couple of practice sessions. Should get close to maxing it. It'll be somewhere in the low 90s, I think.
How's the balance?
There we go. Look at that for Felipe. We're just one click of toe away from getting a 100% on that one. That's excellent news. What about Freddie? Oh, only a minimal improvement, just 1%. Okay, fair bit more to find. So something went the right way and something else went the wrong way. Let's find out which one was which when we get back to the garage. Session's over and Verstappen looking very quick again. Oh, he's taking a penalty. So is Leclerc. And Albon. Okay, so let's see. There we go. Okay, so we did find a couple of optimals, but we do need more work elsewhere. I'll have to do that with just toe, I think. Maybe a click of camber. Let me try that. Hope that's going to do it. We're going to go medium tyres for this run. And we're going to go 22 laps, I think. That's going to be a nice long run. Which way do I go the toe? Let's go that way. Alright. Into the next session.
Radio check. Radio check.
Get Felipe to move out of the way because his car has an engine in worse shape, so he's going to be slower. He will struggle to keep with Vesti. Looks like an Alpha went off in front of us.
Oh, and that's a crash!
Oh no, Stroll behind us. Oh, now we're going off. Ah. That's not good.
Was that a lock-up on the track? I think someone's run wide.
Zhou having more problems. Stroll's going to probably spend the rest of the session in the garage. Norris with a little run wide. That's not going to be too bad. Although you never really want to run wide going through a Rouge. That's a bad place to run wide.
Did somebody spin out there?
Another crash.
I think that was a crash.
And Norris on turn 1 this time. We've got a Red Bull all over the back of us here. I think that's Max. Yeah, that's Max. Oh, we've gone the wrong way with Freddie's car. That's not good at all. So I'm going to call him in. And make some changes now.
What do you think?
And we got it spot on there with Felipe. That's good. We can leave him out. So what did I get wrong here? Ah, okay. So that has gone the wrong way. That needs to be about there. Let's try that. Once again, I've got the fan on in the background. I've got the little paper shield, card shield around the back of the microphone to try and block the noise of that out a little bit. But do let me know if it's an issue, and I will turn it off. Just trying to stir up the air current in the room a little bit. Another crash.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Oh, Leclerc with a big crash. Alright, getting close. Just another couple of laps to go and we'll get that feedback. %, so we're still below where we need to be. This car setup is proving to be harder than I expected it to be. Thought we'd have nailed it by now. We got off to such a strong start with him as well. We started on 94, got him up to 95, then went back to 88, now we're on 94 again. We've basically just gone back to where we started. Right, let's see.
Thank you for joining us here.
What changes do I need to make to get this one right? Okay, so it's still improved. Start to think that's got to go that way. Maybe do that. We'll try that. I'm not amazingly confident about that. We'll give it a go. Soft tyres in this run. We'll go for 17 laps. And we'll go 18 laps for Freddie. Sorry, Felipe. Oh, I'm still getting those two names mixed up.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
That's such a great camera shot when the car just pops up over the hill, you know, coming out of Eau Rouge and into Raidillon. Really does give you a nice sense of speed. So we know that Felipe's car is sorted. We just need to get his knowledge up. The car knowledge is going up as well, which is good. That's going to be in the low 90s by the time we finish practice. It's already where it needs to be, assuming we get 100% setup. Norris with a little run wide. Someone's crashed as well.
Just had a spin.
That's going to be turn 18 again, I think.
We've had a
Little gaggle of cars there. Yeah, Schumacher's gone into the barrier at turn 18. So we just need to focus on Freddie. Get his car where it needs to be. Another crash. That's a Red Bull. A Red Bull's gone into the barrier at turn 18. Which one was it?
We've just had a crash on the
Perez.
track.
Something was Green Max.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Come on, give me 100. Give me 100. Or 99. I'll take 99. I can fix that quickly. Ah, 99. Yes.
Coming in.
Oh, I preferred 100. But 99's good. I can take 99. So we finally got the car where it needs to be. Took longer than expected, but it's done. Keep him out for one extra lap. There we go, just to confirm the half an hour of running. Now we can call them in. And it's not immediately obvious which way to go. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it as is. No need to take the risk and potentially lose the optimal configuration, which we do still currently have, to chase that extra 1%, which will do absolutely nothing for us. We'll just play it smart. So yeah, we're done with practice. We've got both our cars set up where they need to be. Our drivers are very comfortable with the track. They've got good car knowledge again now. What did we get that up to in the end? 89%. That's not bad. Another new part coming for the next race, I think, as well. You see, Magnussen's picked up a penalty now. I think that's a leftover from when he took out Albon at the last Grand Prix. So that'll be a 3-place penalty, I think, for him. Sonoda's crashed again. He's not having a good season, is Yuki. Leclerc looking quick, but I think he's running a brand new engine. I think Max is running a brand new engine as well.
There's been a crash.
Magnussen with a crash. Everyone's making mistakes. Oh, Ricciardo's looking fast as well. Unless that's just because he managed to get a slipstream on. Yeah, he's tucked right in on the back of Verstappen, look, so he's probably getting towed along a little bit quicker than he should be going. Especially when you look at how quick Ocon is in comparison. 9/10 of a second difference. Yeah. Okay. Session is over. Need to get the new good parts into the car and then head to qualifying. Where hopefully we can do very well indeed. So, breaking out the third and final engine of our allocation. Nice shiny brand new engine there. ERS modules, we'll swap those over. There we go. Gearboxes, we'll swap those as well. There we go. Right. Off to the grid.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
I'm going to send my guys out right at the start of the session and just try and get a good solid banker lap in. Hope we don't get caught with traffic. And then sit out the rest of the session. Felipe's going to lead the charge. Freddie will stay tucked up behind them and not try and overtake. That'll allow Felipe to push at full pelt. And give Freddie a very nice tow in the process. So the only car in front of us that we might potentially have to worry about is a Red Bull. It's just a question of where we're going to catch it now. Hopefully we'll catch it in a place where we can get past it quite quickly and easily without any deficit to our lap time. Can't get much closer than that, really. And you can see he's just backed off a little bit through that sector there. That'll be the dirty air effect. Now we'll get a nice, good slipstream all the way along this back speed straight. Call it a straight, it's not really a straight, is it? Perez manages to stay out of the way, get a good tow all the way up to the bus stop. Out of the final turn, onto the start-finish straights. 141.7 for both drivers. Very nice. And there's a big gap to Norris. I'm wondering if we could get away with... Well, actually, I'm just seeing how quick Verstappen is. I was thinking maybe we could get away with running the older engine, but... yeah, Verstappen looking mighty quick.
I think that was a crash.
Oh, Magnussen's crashed on turn 1 again. That might be him out of qualifying. He might not be able to get the car ready for another run. No, he is going out. We're going to sit in the garage. There's no need for us to go out. Save the tyres. Norris tucked up right behind one of the Alpines, right behind Ricciardo, so potential for some good slipstreaming here. It's just a question of whether Ricciardo can go fast enough. Don't think he can.
Someone's run wide.
Tsunoda with a wobble. That might have affected Russell. Russell is through though. And it looks like Magnussen is out. Yeah, he is. So it must have damaged the car significantly. Because he improved his time by about 3 seconds, but even so, it wasn't good enough. Anywhere near good enough. So we've lost both the Williams, both the Haas, and Yuki Tsunoda in Q1. Moving on to Q2, we'll go with the same tyres as we've just used. There we go. We'll wait till the end of the session this time.
Radio check.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Now Ricciardo putting it in the wall at turn 1. A lot of drivers making silly lockups. Is that going to mean that Ricciardo's going to fail to qualify now? Has he damaged his car too much to be able to carry on? There goes the rest of the grid. We could be in trouble here with Norris and Vettel getting in the way. So once again, Felipe is going to lead the way, give Freddie a tow. Okay, Norris has gone into the garage, so it's just Vettel, I think, is on a hot lap at the moment, or has he finished his hot lap? Yeah, he's on his hot lap now, so he's going to catch us and then is potentially going to get in the way of us. could be awkward. Let's keep an eye out for that. Here he comes. No, he's just screwed up his lap royally. And it's meant that Vesti is backed way off as well, so he's no longer going to get the tow. That's a shame. Maybe if he's really lucky, he might get a distant tow, but it's going to be very distant. I don't think he's going to get any real benefit here. So, hot laps to get through. Ooh, excuse me. There he is, just in the distance. Oh no, that's Vettel. Oh, he's going to get in the way. Hopefully that hasn't held Vesti up too much. Oh, he's still there. Come on. Oh, Vesti might not get through now. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, look at that. Finally gets out the way. What a dick. Vettel, you should retire. You should have retired 2 years ago. It's going to be weird not having Vettel in the next instalment of the game. And when Hamilton finally retires, it's going to be really weird playing a Formula 1 game without Hamilton in it. He's been a staple of Formula 1 now for so long. Same with Alonso. I mean, well, Alonso did disappear for a couple of seasons, but... Let's see. Felipe goes second. Can Vesti get in? No. I didn't think he would. Ah. Oh, disaster. Disaster, disaster. I just had this horrible feeling that Vettel was going to cause issues, and he absolutely did. Oh dear. Okay, so Felipe has got the potential. Okay, he beat Leclerc by 1,000th, but Leclerc also has a penalty. Felipe could be starting this race on pole. It's just a shame we couldn't get Freddie up into the top 10 as well. He can get on the podium after qualifying 13th. That'll be a really good achievement.
Radio check. Radio check.
Green light, green light.
So just one car left in. Everyone's trying to slipstream each other, look. Ocon's trying to slipstream Albon. Verstappen's trying to slipstream Sainz. Bottas slipping Russell. One big lockup. Oh, the Ferraris are slipstreaming each other and Vettel's on the back of them. One big lockup could wipe out half the field here. You got 5 cars getting giving and receiving slipstreams there. Sainz is towing the whole pack. Wow, look at that. Russell, a 141.5. Oh, okay, that's just made our job of actually putting this on pole position that much harder. We've got to try and get out amongst the traffic, I think, for our final run. We'll have the advantage of brand new tyres against them running scrubs. All right. Oh, excellent. We got out behind Leclerc. Leclerc's got a brand new engine, I think. So, we are close enough to get a slipstream, just. This is a real chance, not just to take pole because Leclerc and Verstappen are getting penalties, but to take pole before penalties are applied, which we're going to need the slipstream to do that, because look at the pace of the two Mercedes getting that tow in the first run. And Bottas is at it again. He's slipstreaming Sainz again. And Russell is slipstreaming Verstappen. I think it's Verstappen. Yeah. So the Mercedes are really keyed into this one. They are trying to absolutely maximise their chance of a front row lockout here. It's going to be one of the tightest battles for pole that we've had for a while. We are just close enough, but only just. Come on, Felipe. Do me proud. I'm not so sure we are close enough, you know. Maybe we can close it through the second part of the lap. Ferrari isn't strong through the second half of the lap. I don't think we're close enough to really get the benefit. I think it's going to be a 1-2 for Mercedes. Verstappen's not getting a tow. I don't think he's going to have the pace to topple them. Plus, he's got that penalty anyway. We're not setting any purple sectors. We're not really closing on Leclerc. Okay, I have no idea where we're going to qualify now. It's not going to be on the front row. Oh wow, Verstappen did manage to stick it on pole. Did not see that coming. And we got third. Wow. We were a tenth faster than Leclerc, just over a tenth faster. We just weren't quite close enough to get the full benefit of a slipstream there. With that, we could have taken pole. But we're going to start on the front row. Verstappen and Leclerc both have penalties, so it's going to be Russell on pole, then Felipe, then Bottas. Interesting. Very interesting. So there we see confirmation. Penalties are for Verstappen and Leclerc. Albon also getting a penalty, so Freddie will get promoted at least a couple of places. And we also have a penalty for Magnussen, which is a 3-place penalty. He's starting at the back anyway, so that's not really going to have any impact on him.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
We saw a magnificent display of talent from Aston Martin during qualifying. This is as good a grade for them as anyone can hope for. It was a pleasure to watch Red Bull's excellent performance during qualifying. Their drivers will now be looking ahead to the race itself and hoping to capitalize. The weather is very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky, watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Well, no one can ever predict what will happen at Spa-Francorchamps, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be eventful.
So, we have had safety cars here in the past. Given that Freddie is starting in 10th, I'm wondering whether I should go with a 2-stop. And go really aggressive. I'll have the ability to really push those tyres. If I don't take fuel out, I'll be able to play around with fuel mix a little bit. Really hammer these tyres. Try and make up positions quickly at the start. Get into a rhythm. Then use the advantage of fresh rubber to close the gap back down and then be really fast at the end. Might be worth trying that. Oh, then again, it's 10 seconds slower. Yeah, maybe not then. I'm wondering whether I should maybe start on hards. And go hard to medium. No, we'll go medium hard. We'll try and maximize the grip that we've got at the start. If we go to lap 20, that still gives us a little bit of leeway to push those tyres. We're going to go medium to hard here as well. But we're just going to try and really control this, our tyre pace with the potential, if we're really able to look after these tyres, to go medium soft. If we can make those tyres stretch to lap 27, we could look at doing something like that. So we'll keep that in our back pocket. But we're going to be too aggressive with Freddie to pull that off. We are going to take a lap of fuel out on Felipe. And let's see how we do. I want to go very aggressive off the start here with Freddie. Right, race time.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere as ever is electric. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds of the race. There's the second Aston Martin. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. Will their hard work pay off today? You can hear the excitement in the crowd here at the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Oh, Max is all the way at the back at 19th. I didn't expect him to be that far back, so he's taken more than one new part. All right, Russell holds position. We took him behind him. Not brave enough to have a go under braking. Maybe we can have a look up the inside here. No, not yet. Trying to force a mistake.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, nothing doing on lap 1. That's a bit of a shame. No positions gained. We are fighting up against brand new softs. So, given that, I think let's not push those tyres too hard. Oh!
Drop back a bit.
Nearly a bump there.
Yeah, copy.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
We'll sit and wait for a couple of laps. Oh, of course it's Vettel. Of course it's Vettel who's causing the problems. Right now we are ruining Leclerc's race as well because we're holding back that Ferrari on used softs. So he's going to burn his tyres up trying to find a way past us. And that's going to hurt him. That's good. Verstappen's still down in 19th. He's got a very quick car, but until big gaps start to open up in the train and everyone gets into, you know, the DRS trains start to break up a little bit, he's going to struggle to get some of these overtakes done. I get the feeling he's probably on hards. And he's on mediums. Nobody's starting on hards. So everyone on mediums is going medium hard. Everyone who's on softs is probably going to go soft hard.
So use energy.
Let's have another go.
Copy.
DRS enabled. You can stop lift and coast.
Copy.
Maybe we can get a run here. Going to try and get alongside him. Into Eau Rouge, side by side. Up into Radion. We've got the move done as we head onto the Camel Straight. Beautiful, beautiful.
That's it.
And that is a position gained.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Yeah.
All right, Hamilton up next.
Let's have a look. So this was the Aston Martin.
Felipe just tucking in nicely behind Russell here. Really looking after those tyres. Oh, and that's a spin for Vettel. What a shame. Right, can we do the same to Hamilton that we just did to Vettel?
Oh,
We're a bit far away this time, I think.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
But we might get a good run coming
use energy.
onto the Camel Straight.
Copy.
We're closing.
Doing
Yeah,
a good job.
not going to
Keep
get
pushing.
through that. I'm quite content to just sit behind Russell. I'm not bothered by the fact that we haven't overtaken him yet. Happy to sit behind, get the slipstream, save a little bit of fuel, look after the tyres. Not really under any major pressure from Bottas at the moment. We've got to run on Hamilton here, even without using battery deployment. We're going to get Hamilton really quickly here.
Use energy if you need.
Copy.
Okay, we've got a nice little run. We're closing him down. Through Radion on his gearbox, although he is right on the gearbox of the Alpine. We're not getting slipstream, but if we're brave, we might get him on braking. Yes, there we go, alongside. We got him.
Good job.
Good stuff. Good stuff there. Let's cool these tyres down. We pushed them quite hard in these opening laps.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Oh, and Felipe is leading the Grand Prix now. We missed that overtake. And we're bunching the field back up again by running slow like this. Which again, it's going to make it harder for some of the other cars to fight their way through, potentially. Everyone really close to each other. It's also giving Freddie a chance to just build his car back up a little bit.
Still a lot to play for.
There we go, Russell gets back in front. Not worried about that. I'm worried about the fact that
Happy to
Hamilton's sniffing.
Okay, copy.
I think we just might have lost DRS there. That's not good. No, we just kept it. That's good. Evening, Mark. How are you tonight? Alright, come on, ready. Close that gap up.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
Just chilling out. Good man. Alright, so we're definitely close enough to get the slipstream this time. And the DRS. Charge that battery a bit more. Just checking out the fronts. Sat there just blocking Bottas. Staying behind Russell. Saving fuel. Saving tyres. It's all going to plan so far. Oh, and Hamilton's dropped out. He's out of range now. Let's try and make sure he doesn't get back in. In fact, we can probably have a crack at moving up ourselves around this back part of the track here.
Sorry.
Alright, we are closing. Come on, commit, commit, commit. Ah! Don't think he's going to get him here. So rare to see an overtake there. Yep.
Drop back a bit.
Might get him here, though.
Yeah, copy.
Might get him here. Ah, I backed out. You shouldn't have backed out. You had the line. Up the inside here. No. Yeah, riding on board with Freddie is such a frustrating experience at times. He just makes decisions that you just go, why? Why do that? Yeah, Hamilton is out of DRS. Although, having said that, I think he might just snuck back in there. As we concertinaed up under braking. Alright, surely this time. Yeah, there we go. Around the outside. Through Eau Rouge. Beautiful. Straight onto Norris's slipstream there.
Get back off.
Yeah, copy.
Let's take a closer look. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. And they get past.
It's a great overtake.
Which moves them up a position. That was a big moment.
So, excellent recovery so far from Freddie. Felipe is just absolutely cruising at the moment. Doing what he needs to do, just sitting behind Russell, saving that fuel. Those tyres in much better shape than Russell's, although they would be doing even better if he wasn't driving in the dirty air. But then he wouldn't be as quick, so... Perez's tyres are struggling now. You can see he's dropping off the back of Sainz quite dramatically. Norris is all over the back of him trying to find a way through. Norris will get him in the next DRS straight, I think, and then we can hopefully jump him after that. We do need to get that battery built back up though. Perez driving very defensively right now. Right, Norris is not going to get him here, so maybe on the Camel straight. Ocon trying to fight off Leclerc. Takes a little bit of pressure off us at the back. Verstappen's still only up to 17th. Norris not through yet. Go on, swing out. There we go. So Norris is going through. Perez trying to fight him, but he won't have the grip. Oh, and he goes wide.
They've gone wide! Let's see what happened there. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez. They're forced
So
wide,
that
and
screws
there we can
him
see
up,
them
it screws
slide
us up, and it screws up everybody behind him as well. Norris just gets away in a bit of breathing space there.
Look at that! They've run wide!
Magnussen also running wide there as well. Can we get onto Norris before DRS kicks in? Don't really want to push the tyres without it being necessary to, because we have pushed them a lot already. Okay, we're inside the 1 second. Perez holding up Ocon and Leclerc. Good, good, good.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, yellow flag, sector 2. That is Hamilton, I think.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there. We can take a look now. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. Oh dear, that's far wider than they would have wanted.
So Hamilton not having a good race here at Spa. Down in 12th place now. Farrow will be loving this race. And just like that, we got Vesti almost up onto the back of the queue. Set a new fastest lap in the process. Alright, hopefully we can slingshot our way through here. Yellow 1. I think it's behind us.
Keep
We're
doing
not
what
close
you're doing.
enough here. Oh, it's Russell running wide.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh,
Oh,
dear,
nearly
dear.
collected us.
That's
That's
far
going to hold up
wider than they
Bottas. I
would
wonder
have
why we were
wanted.
almost a second ahead. I'm going to take that opportunity and run with it.
We think we can lean on the
I'm gonna
tyres
stretch that lead.
Copy.
more. Use energy.
Copy.
Let's break Felipe away. Get him into some good clear air. No risk of a slipstream behind. Try and open up a gap. And there goes the Ferrari. Sainz boxing. So is Perez. So the softs are starting to box in.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Copy.
We should swoop past Norris here. No, not quite. Get him here, though.
So we just need to push now.
There you go, brave on the brakes. Yep, there we go. Good job.
Currently P4.
So it's been a really good race for Freddie so far. You know, starting 10th, got his way up to 4th now. Pushed the tyres hard to do it, but now we could potentially just sit back and take things a little easier for a few laps. Let's refill that battery again. And then when that's filled, we will drop his tyre pace down a bit. Felipe's built up a nice, healthy 2.5 second lead. And given the tyre wear situation, that should only get slightly bigger. We do set a new fastest lap. And that's Leclerc boxing. We're going to be vulnerable here, perhaps. Possibly. No, we kept the battery. We kept the DRS. We've got a slipstream. We're safe. Gap's now up to 3.5 seconds, nearly. Take a little bit of the sting out of the tyre
Happy
pace.
to push.
Copy.
Can't do too much because his tyres are in worse shape than the cars he's chasing, so if I go into full tyre save, I might well get dropped. Got a big old gap opening up behind us now to Ocon as well, 6 seconds. Nice little safety net there. And our car is so fast through these fast high-speed sections here that you can see we are comfortably closing that gap back up again. It's the first couple of corners where we are going to struggle, where it's low speed.
Use energy if you need.
Copy.
Gap now up to 4.2 seconds. So yeah, Felipe is just swooping away. Bottas having to drive very defensive to hold Russell back. That's causing him to go slower. If I had a little bit more life in the tyres with Freddie, I might be tempted to attack and try and get him past as well. If an opportunity presents itself, we may well try and sprint and form a gap, but as things currently sit, we just gotta look after the tyres a little bit. We will be undercutting those two, I think, given that their tyres are 7% better than ours. So, due to stop on lap 20, going to go ahead and just pull that forward to lap 18. Oh. That puts Freddie into his window now. So 3 laps, including this one, until he pits. Felipe's just romping away at the front here. We are going to stick to the original plan of doing him a medium hard. But we will look at maybe stretching him an extra couple of laps, just to give him a little bit of extra tyre grip to play about with if he needs it. I don't know, I'm still toying with the idea of maybe trying to go medium soft. There's no point for the bonus lap, bonus point for the fastest lap, so there's no real need to try and make sure we get that. We did say we wanted it for the sponsors, but we don't really need the money. We're sitting on about 34 million in the bank right now. Oh, and there's Bottas boxing early. That surprises me, because I think Bottas had the better tyres. No, Russell had the better tyres. But that does now give us a chance to sprint.
You can use energy.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Okay, copy.
Easy as you like. There we go. So we're going to absolutely sprint for the next 2 laps to see if we can uppercut Bottas here, who's come out behind Sainz. And Sainz is stuck behind Verstappen, who is still on older tyres. Who's stuck behind Hamilton, who's stuck behind Zhou. So, yeah, Bottas is in real no man's land at the moment. He's kind of stuck. If we can really push hard and just gain an extra second or 2, we can get ahead of Zhou. So this lap and the next lap, we're absolutely going for it with Freddie.
Yeah, copy.
So if we can jump ahead of Bottas, Sainz and Verstappen and Hamilton before they even make their stops, that'll be amazing. Oh, Russell getting really close there. I thought he was about to hit us. You see Russell just not able to get close. That's how much we're pushing this car. Question is, do I box this lap? Gap is 20 seconds. It's about what I need. Give or take. An extra second or two would be nice. Don't think I can squeeze an extra lap out of these tyres. Alright, let's box this lap.
Box, box. Box, box. Pick confirm.
Copy, sir.
We've got the gap up to 21.5 seconds. We're really going to attack the pits as well, both entry and exit. So this is a crucial stop here.
Pit limiter, pit limiter.
Norris boxing as well. Russell carrying on. Zhou approaching the final corner now. Into the bus stop. Oh, and he's boxing. Zhou and Verstappen are boxing. Hamilton staying out. Oh, we've done it. We're out ahead of Hamilton and Bottas and Sainz and Leclerc. Beautiful stuff. And by sprinting on the exit, we should be able to get clear of Norris. We have done, so Norris will not get DRS here on us.
Drop back a bit.
Excellent stuff. So, we're 19 seconds off the back of Felipe. That gap's going to get smaller. But we are in great position now with Freddie. We really are.
We can push a bit more.
Okay, copy.
So now we're going to have 2 laps of sprinting with Felipe. But actually, I don't need to sprint him, do I? Just box him this lap. We'll go one more lap.
Push a bit more.
Is Russell going to box this lap? Yes, Russell boxes. So we're going to box Felipe at the end of this lap
Box,
coming
box.
up.
Yeah, copy, box.
Russell into his hard tyres. It's a quick stop. Is it going to be quick enough? There's us. There's Russell. He's going to tuck out behind Norris. He's going to be right on Norris's gearbox as well. Couldn't quite get him. So, Verstappen down in 13th, Hamilton down in 14th. They have stopped now. Everyone has stopped. Ricardo's two stopping onto mediums, as is Magnussen. Did not see that coming. I don't think they'll be able to stretch those tyres that far. Well, maybe, but they won't be worth much at the end.
Pit lane.
Copy.
So theoretically, we should get out ahead of Vesti, but Vesti's been pushing fast. It's going to be close. Ideally, Felipe drops in right behind Freddie, but ahead of Norris, and then just sits there and saves some fuel. But I think he's going to get out just ahead. Yeah, he is. A few seconds ahead, actually.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, let's get that fuel saving done. Let's charge the battery up. Give Freddie a chance to close the gap just a little bit, and then we'll let the two of them just run and try and pull away in tandem before we let Freddie try and get his battery charged back up as well. Maybe look after his tyres a touch. I do really want to protect these engines as much as I can. I know we kind of pushed Freddie's a little bit harder in the opening stint of this race, but if we can really look after them in the second half, then that just prolongs how much we can use these engines later in the season. Probably going to use them at Zandvoort, definitely going to use them at Monza, and then not sure. I think we'll go back to the older engines for Singapore. Definitely want to try and save these engines for Suzuka. That's going to be a tough one. Again, we're going to have a decent car, but other cars will have brought upgrades by the time we get there, so the cornering grip advantage we have right now will disappear.
So use energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
Norris is still getting close. Just try and stretch our legs a little bit again. Now it's Ricciardo who's acting as the spoiler. He's holding up a train of Perez, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Verstappen, Hamilton and Albon. The two Ferraris are caught up to the back of Bottas and are both all over the back of his gearbox. He's 3.5 seconds off the back of his teammate, who's all over the back of Norris, who I think is a little bit quicker than the Mercedes tonight. Got a yellow flag somewhere in Sector 2. Who's that for?
Oh, did someone run
For
wide
Stroll,
there?
that is not of any real consequence. He's already at the back of the grid.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
To back off.
Yeah, copy.
And there we go, our two drivers are together. 2.5 seconds clear of Russell, who does get past Norris.
Push more.
Copy.
No saving required.
Yeah.
And now we're in a position to really control this race. I really want to end this series with a championship. If we can get both of them, that'll be amazing, but I want to get one of them at least. I'd settle for the drivers, but I really want the constructors. That is the one we've got the best chance of winning. Although, again, we're looking at a huge points haul over over our rivals. Perez out of the points right now, and 8 seconds off the back of 8.5 seconds off the back of the points. And Verstappen nowhere near the points. So I'm not quite sure which one of. I think Felipe is. No, Freddie's just back on top of the Drivers' Championship. Felipe is in third, but closing on Verstappen. I think he's 9 points off the lead, or somewhere in that kind of region. We've got a nice big lead over Aston Martin. I think over Red Bull. I think 18 points in the constructors. So another 1-2 here would be massive for us. Someone's locked up. It's an Alpine. That's Ricciardo. So the spoiler has just spoiled his own race. Dropped all the way down to 13th behind his teammate.
Let's have a look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Perez had already got past him. And then, yeah, just pushing that a little bit too hard to try and regain the position. Loses 4 more places.
And that was a...
So yeah, if we can get another 16 points over Red Bull here, that puts us one hand dangerously close to the constructors. That'll give us a 34-point lead in the constructors championship. And then as long as we can keep points finishing, you know, our cars and Red Bull not getting 1-2s in every race, we should be able to hang on. Zandvoort's going to be a very different story. Max is going to be very quick there, and he's not going to be starting at the back of the grid from multiple penalties, because he's done that here. Just hasn't been able to get the moves done. He's been caught up in the middle of trains rather than at the front of them, or near the front of them. Middle of the train is always the worst, one of the worst places to be. The absolute worst place is the back. All right, Lobuk, how you doing tonight? So let's just take a look at things as they stand. So in the Drivers' Championship, Freddie will continue to lead, but only by 2 points from his teammate. Max will drop to third. And then in the Constructors, there we see it would open up a 34-point lead over Red Bull And that would be massive. Absolutely massive. I still can't believe we've won more races than them this season. I am kind of shocked by that.
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
That's less down to our outright pace, more down to just mistakes, I think, from Red Bull. Both in terms of their drivers making mistakes and tactically making mistakes as a team as well. Because they've had a better car than us for most of the season. I mean, their car is quicker than ours, but ours is arguably a little bit better suited to the last couple of circuits we've had. I expected them to be closer to us this race. I thought Perez would be further up the grid. I didn't expect Verstappen to be starting from the back row. I thought he'd be starting about halfway up like Vesti was, so I thought he'd be back up fighting at the front again. But he's been kind of neutralised. Yellow flag in sector 2.
We've just had a car run wide.
That's Albon.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Vesti's going to make the move.
Happy to push.
Which is fine by me, because it means we can now put Felipe into fuel-saving mode.
Fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Again, unless one driver has a clear advantage and needs the support in the closing races, there will be no team orders to give one driver an edge over the other. I mean, they're going to be so close in the championship, it's going to be whichever one of them deserves it, and we're not going to interfere in that.
We can push more.
Okay, copy.
We just need to push.
I have saved tyres enough. I don't want to risk letting Norris and Russell back into this. Norris doesn't get the DRS. Good. Time for us to stretch our legs just a little bit. Run at full tyre pace. Felipe's going to make the move, so we won't fuel save now.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
And this is how we're going to protect our cars while still maintaining the gap, is we're going to keep alternating between Vesti saving tyres when he's in seconds and Felipe saving fuel when he's in seconds. And then pushing where we need to. Like, it's a little close right now, so I am going to give them both a lap of battery just to stretch that gap back out again. Because they're still right on the cusp of getting DRS, and I really do not want them to get in this fight. I want us to be able to just cruise along and not have to worry about them getting involved in our fight. Let our two drivers duke it out. Oh, that looks like a little bit of a run wide for Russell, maybe.
I think someone's
Oh,
gone
no, it was
wide.
Stroll. Vesty couldn't get the move done. Yellow flag in sector 2. That's Russell. Bottas.
They've locked up
One of
and
them.
gone
Yeah,
straight
Russell.
on. Here's the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. That lockup could have
And that
cost
really
them
helps us. I
dearly.
mean, Norris is now not going to have to drive defensively, but by the same token, he's not going to be able to DRS overtake the Mercedes. So he's potentially going to start losing ground to us. He's definitely losing ground at the moment because we're pushing. Or he's pushing the battery. But when we stop doing that at the end of this lap, that gap might still continue to expand a little bit. Just bring Vesti's tyre wear down a bit more. See if we can get him in line tyre-wise with Felipe. So, it's 2 seconds across the line. Let's see what it is at the end of this lap. Perez is falling further and further behind. Verstappen's up to 9th all of a sudden. So he's fought his way through that traffic now. He's got past Gasly and Tsunoda. Can he pull away from them, or is he going to get swamped by them in the DRS straights? Just a couple of tenths there on Norris. A couple of tenths a lap is all we need. So Freddie makes the move. So Felipe will go into fuel save mode. Back stiffening up. New fastest lap for Freddie. Oh, I was just like, oh, don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him.
No saving required.
Yep.
And again, they're going to swap positions. And the gap now up to 2.8 seconds. Briefly, back to 2.5. Let's see, is Max closing on his teammate? He is by almost a second, well, over a second a lap there. He's broken clear of Sonoda, so Max is hunting down his teammate. I don't think he's got enough time to then hunt down Leclerc as well. I mean, he's lapping 1.4 seconds a lap faster than Sainz, who is holding up Bottas and Leclerc. Maybe Verstappen could sneak his way onto the points at the very end of the race. It's going to be tight. Hopefully he doesn't. But we can't rule it out entirely. Right, let's leave these two to it. Let's take a look at this battle here with Bottas, Sainz and Leclerc. Of the three, Leclerc is the quickest because he's got the newest components in his car, hence why he had a 10-place penalty at the start. But is he quick enough to get himself into the front position and then stay there? Bottas can't get past Sainz at the moment, who's defending heroically. We ride on board with Charles. See Bottas just all over the back of Sainz, just can't find a way through. And Leclerc is stuck behind Bottas because Bottas can't get past Sainz. You do feel a desperate lunge coming on at some point soon. Can Bottas make the move here? No, Sainz is blocking him. It always amazes me when you see drivers that close to each other at that speed in real life. It's just like, how do they manage to just judge it so well to stay in that short distance without locking up or going into the back of someone or dropping to, braking too early and losing too much ground. They just keep that gap constant. It's just, supreme skill. I mean, if Leclerc were to lock up going into turn 18 now, he would wipe out both Bottas and Sainz, which would be disastrous for us because that would put both Red Bulls in the points. I think we've done enough tyre saving with Freddie. Actually, no, let's keep the tyre saving going, but we'll do it for both cars. Look after those engines.
So back off.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
We've got a healthy lead. Again, Bottas not able to make that move. And Verstappen now is ahead of Perez. Can Perez fight back? No, he can't. He just doesn't have the pace. So, Max through into 8th place. Now 9.5 seconds off the back of the cars in front. He's still lapping 0.6 of a second, 0.7 of a second faster. And he's got 10 laps, including this one. So 9.5 laps left to get onto the back of them and past 2 of them to get into the points. It's a tall order. It's a very tall order. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Russell not able to close the gap to Norris. It's been about 3.4 seconds since he had that lock-up. He's not really made any progress at all. Bottas now, surely he's got a chance. Sainz again with a little block. That's all it needs. We are starting to lose a little bit of ground to Norris, so I'm going to up the tyre pace 1 notch.
Happy to push.
Copy.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
We've lost a little over half a second to Norris over the last lap, so yeah, we'll just up that pace slightly. Verstappen now under 8 seconds. He is hauling the gap, down. Wow, 1:43.9. Wow, that's quick. That's very quick. I know we don't need to push for it, but I think I might just go hell for leather just to set the new fastest lap. Take it away from Max. Just for the sponsors.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
So we just need to push now.
Yeah, copy.
Uh, 44.2 this time round. Take a look at tyres. Leclerc's tyres definitely starting to struggle. Ours in very good shape, look. And that gap is rocketing up to Norris now. Hamilton's all the way down in 14th. What a disastrous race for him. Oh, I missed it. Bottas has got through. Completely missed it.
I think we've had a car run wide.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was too busy looking at gaps and looking for where Hamilton was. I missed Bottas getting the overtake on sights.
Who's running wide there?
There we go. New fastest laps, 1:43.5. That should secure the fastest lap now. We'll go back to conserve mode again.
Drop back a bit.
Got a nice healthy 5-second lead.
Copy.
Just give Felipe a little bit more
Save
fuel in the car.
Save fuel.
Okay,
Now,
copy.
can Bottas defend as resolutely as Sainz did? He's holding him off. There's Verstappen in the background, and he's broken away from Perez now. He is on the hunt. 6.5 laps to go. 6.5 seconds. And he's lapping 0.6 of a second faster. So at the moment, he's not lapping quick enough. But if these three continue to squabble and take time out of each other, they are going to start dropping down to the 145s like Sainz is doing. And then he will be catching fast enough. Sainz having a look. Can't squeeze it through. This is a good result for Mercedes in their quest to try and catch McLaren. Ferrari kind of just stuck in no man's land. They really ideally needed to get those extra points. Verstappen now just 5 seconds off the back. 5.5 laps to go. It's not impossible. He gets within a second, he gets the DRS, he closes right up really quickly. And then, is he going to have to grip? Yes. Look at his tyres compared to Leclerc and Sainz. He should be able to pick off at least one of those Ferraris relatively quickly. It's definitely still all to play for.
No saving required.
Copy.
Our drivers have got 5 laps to sort it out amongst themselves as to who's going to win the Grand Prix. Like I said, not going to get involved. We'll leave them to it now. They've both got tyres. They've both got fuel. They've both got some battery. They don't need any more yet. We'll just leave them to it. And we'll keep an eye on this fight here and the ever-closing Max Verstappen, who's now just 4.1 seconds behind. And that is Sainz making a move and getting it done. Can Leclerc get a run here? Got a slipstream. Bottas not able to get past again. Sainz doing well just to hold him back. Leclerc can't get past Bottas. Back to status quo. We've got a 4-second lead over Norris, and he is still closing us down just a little. So once again, we'll just eke that tyre pace up just a little bit. .3 seconds. Max is closing. He's got enough time to do this.
4 more laps.
He's been consistently quick in the second half of the race. You see Leclerc just starting to trail a little bit off the back of Bottas there. He's stuck. Sainz is defending hard again. Come on, guys, do not let Max get past you, please. Need him to not score any points in this race.
Three more laps.
Copy.
Oh, huge concertina effect on the braking there. Max gained half a second in the braking zone. Bottas is back in front of Sainz. That might be the best thing. Bottas has got the best tyres. Maybe their pace will pick up a little bit. Vesti's still holding the lead from Felipe. Max is he's less than a second now. He's well in DRS range. I'm not so worried about Bottas, but I'm very worried about those two Ferraris. He's got plenty of tyres as well.
2 more laps.
Compared to them.
2 more laps.
Huge tyre difference. No way through at the source. He's got a run here on Leclerc though. Is he going to have a look into Eau Rouge? No. What about Radion? No, but he's right on him on the camel.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
Everyone holds their position. 1 lap to go. Let's bring it home, boys. No dramas.
So back off.
Okay, copy.
There we go.
So this is last lap.
lap.
Last lap, you can push the tyres.
Gonna be tight. You can hear the Dutch fans cheering on Max. You always get a ton of Dutchies make the short trip to Spa. Felipe makes a move and he's going to take the lead at the end of the race. He's going to get the win after all. I think that will be 3 wins in a row for Felipe. Freddie will stay top. Sainz gets back ahead of Bottas. Verstappen cannot get through, and I absolutely over the moon about that. Bottas is looking at another attack on Sainz. He wants that position back. He wants that point. He's got 1. He's looking for 2. Leclerc looking for his point if he can get it. Verstappen just praying that these two are going to take each other out. Felipe is going to cross the line to win the Spa Grand Prix.
Check his flag.
Russell closed up on Norris quite quickly at the end there. I think that was just tyres dropping away. Let's cut back to this closing corners. Sainz is going to hang on for 5th, Bottas 6th, Leclerc 7th, Verstappen out of the points. That is huge news for us. That is fantastic. And what a job our drivers have done again. Freddie in particular, starting in 10th, fighting his way up into contention and leading the Grand Prix until the final lap when Felipe nicked it back off him again. They were working together earlier in the Grand Prix to save fuel and charge batteries, but yeah, they were very much against each other in those closing 10 laps. And they kept it clean, no dramas, no lockups, no spins, no crashes. Good work, boys. And managed to look after the engines in the process as well. Just waiting for Stroll to cross the line. There we go. That is the full classification for the Grand Prix. So a third 1-2 on the bounce.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Not bad at all. The team in the pits will be happy with that.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
For the next round, Formula One won't be straying too far. We'll be heading to the dunes of Zandvoort and the lightning speed of the Dutch Grand Prix.
So there we go. Confirmation of the results. Felipe gaining place off the line, getting past Russell to take the lead and then the win. Freddie coming from 10th up to 2nd, finishing less than half a second behind his teammate. Very close there. Good drive from Lando, gaining 2 places. That's good points for him. Russell, a little disappointing for him. Bottas, disappointing for him too. Both the Mercedes looking strong at the start of the Grand Prix and just getting caught out a little bit. Bottas boxing early and getting caught in traffic. Sainz could have done better. Leclerc recovered well, gaining 5 places. Great recovery drive from Max, but just in the end couldn't find a way through, which wasn't that surprising given where Charles was and couldn't get through. Bad race again for Perez, dropping 3 places and out of the points. Yuki, having had a torrid weekend, actually gains 6 places and finishes in 10th. That might be important when it comes to the constructors for AlphaTauri. You never know, might move them up a place or 2. Then we've got Gasly, Ocon, bad race for Ocon. Hamilton with a bad race, down 6 places. Vettel fell away after a really good start. That stint early on the soft tyres didn't really work for him, and he ended up 7 places further down. And then the Williams and the Haas all struggling at the back of the grid there. So the Drivers' Championship looks like this. Freddie leads by 2 points from teammate Felipe, who gets his 4th win of the season, and I think his 3rd in a row. It's certainly the 3rd one too for the team in a row, and gives us a nice good lead at the top of the championship. 10 points ahead for Freddie, 8 points for Felipe over Max, who failed to score. Perez also failing to score means he is losing even more ground. He is now 26 points off the top of the championship, and I think his title chances are pretty much gone now. Hamilton in 5th, again failing to score points. Bottas closes to a point within a point of him, as does Norris with that 3rd place podium for him. No points for Leclerc. Russell gains a few points to close that gap down. Sainz gains a few points. It's quite telling just how bad Ferrari's season's been, that Sainz moves up a place by gaining 2 points and only now has 5 for the season. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, Ferrari have really struggled this year. And then you see Yuki gaining 3 places for that 10th place finish on position count back, given that there's no points at stake. Does that do anything in the Constructors' Championship? Let's have a look. No, it does not. AlphaTauri stay 9th. That will help them a little bit, though, potentially, going forward. If they can get a couple more finishes like that, maybe, you never know. We have a 34-point lead over Red Bull now. That is huge news for us, that Constructors' Championship, because Red Bull are only going to get better. Single benefits, and yeah, it's going to be tough. McLaren do gain 4 points, as do Mercedes, so status quo remains unchanged between them, 8 points apart. They are in a battle for 3rd. Ferrari do gain a couple more points. They pull further away from Alpine, so they are looking more and more locked in for 5th. Things could still change, but I think, as I said, you're looking at the running order there for the top 5, with the possibility that Red Bull might overhaul us at the end of the season. So let's have a look at our driver breakdowns. Freddie does earn himself a point. Exceptional races for both drivers, I'm imagining. 12 overtakes, 10 defences, 12 failed overtakes and 6 failed defences for Freddie. Gets him a nice haul of points, 1,500 points. Just 1 point less for Felipe, had a much quieter race. 9 overtakes, 9 defences, 16 failed overtakes, 8 failed defences. Both very effective in their own way going about today's race. Great to see them on the top of the podium again. Sponsors. We failed our quali streak because we didn't get into Q3 with Felipe getting held up by Vettel in Q2. Ruined that streak, so we lose out about $740,000 as a result of that. But we still gain 4 million. We're still very, very healthy financially. There we go. Spare front wing is ready. Well, it was ready on Saturday, so we're good for front wings. Let's allocate this point onto Freddie here. Let's boost his reactions to 75. Felipe is close to another point, but won't get one before the next Grand Prix. Isaac won't have a point. We do now have a new point for Alessandro Ginelli. Let's see. Let's put the point into cooling. Race engineers do not have any points to spend. Pit crew up to 76 on front and rear jacks now. That's really good. It's really good. Right, let's take a look at our facilities. 22 days to go till we get the design centre. Don't really need it now. Factory upgrades going through. Wind tunnel now needs a refurb, so let's go ahead and order that. We can't upgrade it as per the rules. Staff facilities. Team hub's getting a bit low. Race sim's fine. Operational facilities. Hospitality is getting a bit low, but that's not going to have an impact. Memorabilia a little bit low, but again, not really going to have an impact. We're all fine there. Let's check in with the emails. Board want to congratulate us. Could not be happier. Good. Post-race breakdown from Michael Loom. There's the note about the front wing. There's the notification about the wind tunnel. We've already dealt with that. So let's advance a little bit of time. And there's our new side pods. They'll have a minimal impact on the car, but every little's going to help in our fight against the bulls. We aren't going to be able to get them on the car even if we rush them, so we're going to have to emergency them. There we go. Let's go ahead and fit both of those now. Okay, there we go. We do have a slot available now. Let's see. I've got one minor chassis left, but I think we're working on a chassis. Yes, we are. I've got a minor and a major front wing, but we've got hours coming, so I don't really want to do a minor front wing so close to a new hours window. Rather save and wait for a major front wing update. I could do one more minor side pods, and then I've got a major side pods left, and that's it. Because everything else is not going to have a positive impact on the car. The parts are too good, and putting no hours in will actually be then detrimental to the performance of the car. So let's see what new side pods would do. As you can see, look, 6 days away from the next ATR period. Actually, how far away are we with the other projects? 8 days and 17 days. We're going to wait. We're going to wait 8 days until the next project is done. And then we shall throw, or at least we'll wait 6 days, and we'll throw a new front wing into production with all the remaining hours. And see if we can really get some nice performance out of that going into the final races of the season. So let's advance time again. There we go. And I do want to check the historical results just to see a couple of things. One, who won France? Was it Freddie or was it Felipe? It was Felipe. There you see we got the 1-2 there. Austria, I think, was Max. Yes, it was. It was a 1-2 for the Bulls. But you can see Felipe third, Freddie fourth. Felipe's really come into his own in the last half a dozen races. And there you can see, look, second and fourth. Felipe again leading the charge. Canada, Freddie, a bit of a nightmare for Felipe in that race. But since Canada, he's been inspired. He really has been putting in some fantastic results and has now won 3 races back to back. So we are now going to Zandvoort, and oh dear, heavy rain on the Sunday. that's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt Felipe in particular because his adaptability is rubbish. Okay, that is tomorrow night's race, and that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a very tough one. Max is going to be near the front, if not at the front. He's not going to have penalties to worry about because he took them at Spa. And he's going to have the weather to help him out. I think Max is going to absolutely derail our momentum in this next Grand Prix. Who knows? 67% chance of a safety car. There's a good chance something might happen. Let's see what happened last time out. Max retired last time. Oh, if Ali does that again this year, that would be amazing. Wouldn't care if Perez wins if Max retires. Because Perez is so far off us in the title picture right now. That would absolutely be a great result if we were to get a repeat of that. So, yeah, let's see what we can do tomorrow night at the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. It's been another great race. If you have, please drop a like. And I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.